Hi folks, Danny here at PARTAY, and as we expected, we have received quite an amount of email. Now these emails span everything from questions about products to folks just sharing some of their insights and their experiences related to the recent events. And then we've had a lot of people that have questioned, what's going to happen? What's going to change? So we figured we'd address that today because I'm going to have to go out of pocket for just a few days. I may have mentioned before, both of my sons are getting married this summer. So I've got receptions and rehearsal parties to plan for, plus a couple of physical projects I have to put my attentions to. But before I go offline, I wanted to go ahead and answer some of the questions around what's going to happen. So ultimately, what's going to happen is actually quite a lot. We're going to continue to do some things. If you guys are familiar with the stop, start, continue kind of methodology, we kind of took that approach and said, what are we going to start doing? What are we going to stop doing? And what things will we continue? And ultimately, a lot of things are going to continue, but they're going to evolve. They're going to be changing the way that we actually do them. For example, we're going to double down on our informational videos, but we're going to organize them in a much more digestible way so that we can speak to audiences that are either just getting into projection or thinking about getting into projection, all the way up to more advanced users. Now, one of the things that we've never really focused on for this channel were projectors themselves, right? Mostly screens. A little bit about projectors, but not very much. And we're going to lean into projectors this year. We're going to start identifying our recommendations for some of the best projectors in each class out there. We're going to do a lot of informationals about projection features, okay, the specs of projectors, which ones are meaningful to you and which ones may not be. We're also going to be expanding our information about screens. We're going to start to extend our coverage into manufactured screens. We're going to cover everything from your basic white screens to ALR screens, CLR screens, what all the options are available for you, report on the height of technology currently. That's always shifting, but we'll want to consolidate that information and bring it to you in a way so that you can understand what your options are out there from a manufactured standpoint as well. And of course, we're going to cover PARTAY solutions. Now, many of you guys are familiar with our ALR line. We'll be expanding upon that as far as the information. We'll be going into detail on each screen and show you what the variances are. But also we have two other product lines we're going to be launching this summer. One of those are going to be unity gain screens that are compatible with ultra short throw or UST projectors. And then later in the summer, we're going to be launching our own very inexpensive line of budget-friendly screen paints. These will be our PSP line, and we'll be sort of, dribbling out some information here and there as we get closer to that date. But a lot of things in the work there. Now, all of this is also going to be packaged in a big bundle of fun. The reason for that, quite frankly, is we want you guys to have a better experience. We want us on our side to have a better experience. There's some things that we wanted to inject into this, but the timing just wasn't right. Now, one of those is going to be that we're going to start a movie review segment. We've got a unique approach to it. I'm a fan of a lot of different channels out there that do this kind of thing. Some of my personal favorites are in the scary category. You've got Grumpy Andrew's Horror House. Very big fan of the way that he breaks down information. And then you have guys like Brendan Tenold, and then you have the 10 Things You Didn't Know kind of thing from Minty, just as some examples out there. But we're taking a little bit different approach. We're planning on having some of our subscribers come on to the recordings as guests. We had already talked to a couple of folks. I think Silent Wake was one of those that we had talked to before recent events. But we've been planning this for months. I've actually got some new equipment coming in so that we can do it right. But there's other things, some other small, fun kind of things that we want to get involved in and interject. Some of them are going to just be small segments. Some of them will be maybe a little more extensive. But what we don't want to do is just keep trying things, right? So we want to make sure that we plan accordingly and we do the due diligence that, quite frankly, you deserve. So that is in a nutshell, okay, the short story of everything that we've got planned coming up. Lastly, I'd just like to say we are very grateful. We are very thankful. We appreciate your insights. We appreciate you sharing your experiences with us. And we appreciate your support, as always. And like I said before, we're going to do everything in our power to make it worth your time to watch something on our channel. So we want to make sure that you get information as well as fun. So you guys take care, and we'll talk soon. Bye.